Noah sat at his desk in their small Ohio apartment, the laptop's glow lighting his face. An acceptance letter from an Oregon college open, its scholarship promising freedom. At 18, he'd spent 2 years hiding, his heart racing whenever his mom, Linda, a nurse with sharp eyes and words, came close to his truth. Linda raised him alone, always proud of his grades, calling him her star, but her love had edges, cutting when it met what she didn't understand. 2 summers ago, she tore down his Lady Gaga poster, tossed it away, saying he was better than that, and Noah stayed quiet, bearing his feelings for a boy from choir, scared she'd stop seeing him if she knew he was gay. Tonight, Linda sat in the living room, the TV loud with a sitcom, her laugh rough as 2 men kissed on screen, her words dismissing them, sharp and cold. Those words struck Noah, stirring fear that he'd lose her pride, her star, if he spoke his truth. He'd planned to wait for college, for distance, but the letter, the chance to leave, pushed him to act now. He grabbed a pen, hand trembling, the TV's light flickering through the door, and wrote, "Mom, I'm not wrong, not broken. I'm your son. I'm gay. I can't hide anymore." Each word burned, years of silence spilling out. The choir boy's smile, late night searches online, all free, no way back. Noah stared at the paper, Linda's voice loud, laughing at a joke, unaware of him. He'd grown up under her scrubs, her night shifts, her calls to work hard, her hugs after good grades. She framed his awards, bragged to coworkers, but flinched at rainbow flags, muttered about sinners on the news, and Noah tried to fit in, dated a girl once, hated it, his truth pushing to break free. The note felt right, yet heavy, like letting go of her hand, so he added, "I love you. I need you to love me too." He folded it, placed it on the kitchen table, next to her keys, her cold coffee mug, then pulled on a hoodie, sneakers soft, slipped out, the door quiet, her TV still playing, no call, no pause. Noah walked fast, street lights buzzing, the 24-hour Walmart a mile away, its sign glowing like a beacon. He didn't know why there, just needed noise, light, anything but her face reading his words, her laugh fading, her eyes hardening. He'd been her boy, her pride, but 2 years of hiding, dodging her questions, cutting his hair short, avoiding earrings, wore him down. The scholarship offered escape. The note carried his truth, his heart on paper, betting her love against her rules. The air felt cold, so he zipped his hoodie, the Walmart lot appearing. Empty, his phone silent, no message saying, "Come back." He left his soul on her table, walking to nowhere, hoping she'd read, praying she'd still call him son, fearing she'd burn the note instead. If Noah's story pulls you in, stay with us. Drop a like, share with someone who's told a hard truth, and follow Heart Stories. When did you speak up, fearing the silence that followed? Noah stepped through Walmart's glass doors, the Ohio night cold behind him, the store's hum swallowing his footsteps. At 18, he'd left a note for his mom, Linda, saying he was gay, he was himself, then ran, her TV words cutting deep. The aisles stretched long, fluorescent lights bright, a janitor's mop slapping tiles, a few shoppers pushing carts, faces blank like they'd forgotten their purpose. Noah walked slowly, no destination in mind, just moving, passing camping gear, tents folded neatly, lanterns blinking, hinting at quiet woods. Far from the storm he'd left on her table, his truth laid bare. No shield now, her laugh, her star, perhaps gone forever. He turned to snacks, chip bags colorful, picked up some Doritos, set them down, hands unsteady, Linda's voice echoing. Live right, Noah, not like those people. At 12, she gave him a teen Bible, said it would guide him, keep him safe, and he tried to please her. Read its pages, wanted her smile, but Sam's grin from choir shone brighter, his heart pulling where her verses pushed. Now, in the book section, he paused, saw a kid's Bible, cartoon angels like hers, her words returning, "You're my good boy," her hug at church, but also her frown last spring, when a pride float appeared on TV. He lifted the book, set it back, breath short, the aisle narrowing, her rules walls pressing close. Next came toys, race cars, Barbies, a stuffed dog staring, eyes glassy, like his, empty now. As a kid, Linda brought him here, let him choose one toy, just one, Star. Her laugh warm, no judgment, before he knew what gay meant, before Sam, before hiding. A mom passed, her kid whining, cart full, not seeing Noah, 2 a.m. A quiet void, him a shadow. No one asking, "Are you lost?" His phone stayed dark, no message from Linda, her silence sharper than shouts. His note perhaps crumpled, her pride, her work hard, maybe lost. He'd left truth, but truth left him drifting. Aisles endless, no anchor, just fear. Her Bible, her words, his note a risk she might reject. He reached electronics, TVs flickering, a rom-com playing, two guys laughing like he'd imagined with Sam, Linda's voice shutting it down. He stood there wanting their freedom, his life stuck, college near, Oregon green, but her hand, her star, what he needed most. A couple argued nearby over headphones, their voices normal, not running, not hiding, and Noah envied their purpose, their fight, his only escape. No map, Walmart a maze, no exit. He thought of his room, posters gone, her rules, lies building, 2 years dodging her who's texting, the note his break, maybe his end, her silence a verdict. No call, no chase. Finally, he reached candles, scents of lavender, cedar, heavy, wicks cold, like his hope unlit. He'd lit one for her birthday, her thanks, star, warm, now ice. His note a match, perhaps burned out. A cashier yawned, 2:20 a.m., time dragging, Noah's sneakers still, no purchase, no point. He'd come here, found nothing, just echoes, his pulse, his fear in mirrors. Outside, he sat on a bench, lot empty, wind sharp, hoodie thin, body trembling. The note a bomb, her TV maybe off, maybe on, her reading or tossing it. His world paused, no one saying, "Kid, you okay?" He'd been her boy, her grades, her choir, but hid, dulled his light, the scholarship his ladder, the note his leap, no net, Walmart's glow fading, his truth alone, waiting for her hand or her door, closed tight. Noah sat shivering on the Walmart bench with the Ohio night wrapping him in cold and his breath turning to mist under faint streetlights at 2:41 a.m. At 18, he'd left a note for his mom, Linda, declaring he was gay and true to himself before running from her harsh TV words that stung like a blade. His aimless walk through Walmart's aisles brought no comfort, and his phone stayed silent, with no message urging him to come home, her quiet pressing heavy on his heart and dimming the hope he'd poured into his note. He'd wandered past tents and toys and candles, but found only fear shadowed by her words to live right, and the Bible she gave him at 13. Its pages now like chains holding back his truth, with no reply from her, no sign of her laugh or pride, leaving his world unsteady and his star perhaps faded forever. His thumb scrolled through contacts and paused on Mr. Ellis, his counselor, who lived openly and had championed his Oregon scholarship, always telling Noah he was destined for more. That name shone brighter than Linda's, not her, but a lifeline beyond her scrubs and rules, a voice that might listen when he needed it most. Noah dialed with numb hands and Ellis answered with a warmth that broke through the chill, asking what was wrong, prompting Noah's words to spill out about the note and Walmart and how he'd told her she'd hate him and turn him away before ever holding him close. His voice cracked with sobs on the cold bench in the empty lot as he confessed wanting her embrace, not her prayers or her judgment, and Ellis listened patiently, his calm voice like a light piercing the mist to catch Noah's fall, while tears froze and fear stood bare, her silence leaving him feeling like nothing. Ellis spoke softly, saying Linda's quiet didn't always mean hate, and she might be scared too, wrestling with her own heart just like Noah was, urging him to picture her with her coffee mug and his note, perhaps staring at it or angry but not reaching out, her Bible nearby, and his words claiming he wasn't wrong, maybe tossed aside or held close. Noah's voice trembled, asking what if she never saw him again, with the street hushed and mist thick around him. And Ellis paused before saying, Noah would still be enough with college ahead and a chance to shine. Yet he shouldn't give up on her, should give her space because she wasn't gone. Noah nodded, though Ellis couldn't see, and the promise to check in tomorrow felt like a tether, not solving everything but keeping him grounded as the mist grew colder and his legs stiffened, offering no answers but a single step driven by need to face what he'd left behind. Noah rose with sneakers scraping against the pavement and began walking back a mile through fog past dark houses and silent streets, with his notes words looping in his mind. I love you. I need you. He remembered her pride at his science fair when she said her boy would go far, and her sneer at TV couples just last week warning him against odd friends, prompting him to hide and ignore Sam's texts and shave his head to keep her star. But the note had shattered that facade, setting his truth free with Oregon waiting and college air fresh. Ellis's suggestion that she was scared lingered not as certainty but as a possibility, her perhaps reading his words instead of burning them, with her heart slowly turning in ways he couldn't yet know. His street came into view with the porch light faint and his key cold in his hand, his note somewhere inside. His truth still alive. No call drawing him back, but his feet carrying him forward. Not chasing her hug, but seeking to understand what she'd chosen, whether love or her rules. Noah turned his key in the lock as Ohio's dawn broke pale with fog lingering around him at 3:20 a.m. His Walmart escape fading into memory, and Ellis's words that she was scared too guiding him home. At 18, he'd left a note for Linda proclaiming he was gay and truly himself before running from her TV words that wounded him, his wandering aisles and call to Ellis offering no answers, only leading him here to a door swinging open unlocked, with the kitchen light glowing warm yet somehow wrong, too still for comfort. The table where he'd placed his note stood empty, without a trace of paper, as if he'd never bared his heart or pleaded for her to love him too. And Linda was nowhere. No shadow moving, no sound stirring, the living room dark, the TV silent, no coffee scent lingering, no scrub slung over a chair, just a heavy quiet shouting louder than any argument, with his truth unanswered and his star perhaps lost forever. He stood still, with his boots hushed and his pulse loud, while his eyes searched the space, finding her bedroom door closed without a hum of life behind it. On the counter lay her old phone with a cracked screen showing an unsent message to call Clarice at the hospital because she might understand better. Tightening Noah's throat as he recalled Clarice, Linda's friend who laughed at potlucks and praised his smarts. Now just a name, a hint, not his mom or her love, but a sidetrack. Beside it sat a box of pancake mix, their Sunday ritual when he was 8, asking for more syrup. Her star, her smile wide and rule-free, now unopened. Maybe a gesture or maybe nothing. His note vanished, her phone abandoned. Clarissa a question, her silence a puzzle with pieces that wouldn't fit. His claim of not being wrong, perhaps dust or still hers. Noah sank into a chair with legs too weak to stand and eyes locked on the counter, feeling no tears but a weight pressing down, the mix and phone and absent note leaving no Linda. He'd walk back heeding Ellis's advice to give her time, yet time delivered this emptiness. A half step, neither hate nor warmth, and he pictured her beaming at his debate win, calling him her boy, or glaring at TV kisses with her Bible by her lamp. His note may be torn or tucked away, her heart a mystery that left without a word, offering only Clarice and pancakes, a mother who'd seen his truth but didn't stay. Her love a question, not a promise. He checked her room, finding the bed neat and closet tidy, her shift hours wrong for absence, no note waiting, no invitation to talk, the mix a ghost of memory, not a path forward, her message a dawn, not an embrace or a fight, but a cold quiet. Noah stayed at the table as dawn crept in, hearing her voice echo to work hard, her star or last month's be my good boy, remembering how he'd skipped Sam's prom, dulled his light to keep her pride, dodging her questions about who was calling for 2 years, his lies heavy until the scholarship became his door, and the note his key, now missing with her response this absence, a choice not a chance. No shout, no hug, just nothing. He thought of Walmart's hum and Ellis's assurance that he was enough, yet he longed for Linda, her coffee, her go far, not this kitchen with its clues and no her, the scholarship bright with Oregon's freedom and college's promise. But he wanted her nod, not her leaving. His note's truth standing alone. Her phone and mix no bridge, only steps she didn't take. His heart open, her hand nowhere. Noah leaned back with walls closing in and no tears falling, just a stillness. Clarissa's name, no solution. Pancakes, no home. Linda's silence, a barrier, not an opening. Her love perhaps there, but bound to rules he'd defied. He'd left his truth, roamed shelves, reached out to Ellis, returned only to find her gone, leaving fragments, not clarity. Her phone a sidestep, her mix a shadow, meaning something or nothing. His note erased, his place uncertain. A boy who dared to speak now met with void. Her absence a challenge, not hate but not love either. A door open to emptiness. No mom, just him, his truth. A house that didn't call or hold, his star dim. Waiting for light she might have carried away or left behind where he couldn't find it. 5 days later, Noah sat in his dorm with Oregon's rain tapping the window and his scholarship life unfolding. The Ohio apartment in Linda's silence now a state away. At 18, he left a note declaring he was gay and true to himself, fled to Walmart, found her gone with the table bare, only her phone, a pancake mix, and a message for Clarice. No embrace or argument, her absence a lingering wound. He'd packed his bags and left Ohio behind for college, a fresh chapter, yet carried her quiet, her star faded, Clarice's name and pancakes offering no closure until a package arrived without a sender. His name scrawled, postmarked home, containing a USB drive and a brief note saying he wanted mom's words, someone else speaking for her what she couldn't say. Tightening Noah's chest with flashes of Linda's TV laugh, his note's risk, her empty kitchen, now this moment. He plugged the USB into his laptop in the dark dorm with his roommate out and rain falling hard, hearing a woman's voice begin, Clarice, warm and steady, saying it was her from the hospital. Noah's breath caught, recalling her barbecues and kind words about him, now vivid as she spoke of Linda coming to her the night he left his note, standing in her office without tears but lost, asking how to keep Noah from hating her forever. And Noah's eyes burned, picturing his mom in wrinkled scrubs holding his note, not shouting but breaking, silent to him, yet confiding in her friend. Clarisse continued explaining that she'd advised Linda not to speak yet, but to show Noah he had a home, a place to return no matter what, her words a gentle anchor in the storm. Noah leaned closer as Clarisse's voice softened, saying Linda didn't know how. Noah lacked the words with her Bible and rules all she'd known, but you shook them, keeping your note, reading it until it wore thin, not burning it, and Noah's tears fell, his laptop glowing, her kitchen flashing in his mind, the note gone but cherished, her heart stirring, not sealed shut. Then Linda's voice came faintly, not the tough nurse but fragile, saying Noah was her son, still, always, and if she had to learn to be his mom again, she would. The audio ending with rain louder and Noah frozen, her still a lifeline pulling him from the Walmart bench and Ellis's call in her empty chair. A mother not lost but beginning, slowly, truly. He played it again, hearing Clarisse's steady calm and Linda's trembling promise to learn. Not her TV scorn or judgment, but her raw, his note not discarded but hers, held close. Read, shared. The note with the USB, someone else speaks, her own, indirect, her way. Clarisse voicing what she couldn't yet say. Noah opened his bag and drew out his notes draft, creased but whole. Words he'd feared she'd reject, now met with an answer, quiet but enough. A door not fully open but ajar. Noah sat still with the dorm hushed and rain falling steady, thinking of her scrubs and coffee, her star at his games, her unease with rainbows. Now this, a USB, an effort, her heart learning, not flawless, but his. Oregon lay wide before him with college new and no need to hide. The choir boy's smile returning, Sam's number kept, not dialed but possible. Linda's vow to learn his home, not Ohio's walls, but her changing. His note a spark, Clarisse a bridge, his truth no longer alone. He'd write to her, perhaps, not today, but soon, no hurry. Her still enough. A mother who'd once left silence now speaking through another for him. A boy who'd run now standing, note preserved, heart open, ready to begin again where they'd paused. The screen fades with Noah at his desk, laptop open, note unfolded, Linda's voice clear saying he's her son. He wasn't her shame but her effort, her love growing, slow, real, a step he'd meet, not rushing but waiting, finding her when he returned. If Noah's journey moves you, drop a like, share with someone who's found love's second chance, and follow Heart Stories. What voice spoke for someone you needed? Hit that bell, we're here for the real one. Some mothers struggle to say I love you when it's hardest, but sometimes love finds a way, through a voice not theirs carrying their heart.